Friday Frenzy on WAND is brought to you by Millikan University. Experience the difference.
Now that right there, I like that. We are fired up for
little chest bump action. We love it.
We're very fired up for this first full Hoops edition of the Friday Frenzy. I'm Noah. He's Matt. Sports Crawl, bottom of your screen with all your local scores.
Casual fans knew Trustman probably was on the way out.
We kind of knew it was coming. I mean, back when they fired Lovie Smith, that was a little bit of a surprise coming off a 10-win season, but 5-11.
It ended ugly against even Minnesota.
Yeah, worst finish since 2004. The Chicago Tribune released a list of 23 potential replacements for Trestman.
23?
Yeah, I've got a couple names. You tell me thumbs up or thumbs down.
Okay.
We'll start. David Shaw, Stanford. No?
No.
Brian Kelly, Notre Dame.
Yeah, I could see that.
And then we agree on this one. Rex Ryan.
Rex Ryan.
Perfect fit, right?
Why not?
Get back to your roots.
Exactly.
Defensive coach. Is this loss the final blow to Coach Weber's career at the University of Illinois? There's a good chance we could find out next week. Mike Thomas likes to make decisions quick, judging from his past decisions with Ron Zook and Jolette Law. It was an emotional day in Champaign. Bruce Weber was let go as Illinois head basketball coach after 9 seasons. Athletic director Mike Thomas announced the decision this morning, less than 24 hours after the team lost to Iowa. And John reiterated numerous times that leaving Ohio was a very tough decision. In fact, when he looked at the pros and cons of coming here to Illinois, there was one con, having to say goodbye to his team at Ohio. 2 of the top programs in the Midwest getting ready for their annual showdown here at the Scott Trade Center.
Likely be a side-by-side finish.
So this will probably be the fastest 5th mile has ever looked. And you're racing tonight. Tell me about the race you're racing in.
Yeah, well, we've got the 2 biggest divisions in the United States.
First-year head coach Mike Popovich, kind enough to take some time out of his pregame routine to join us. I have Butterflies coach, and I'm not even involved in this game. How do you feel right now? Nothing like a good comeback story, whether it's Rudy, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, or the great 2014 Odyssey of Riley O'Toole. Over 90 minutes will tip off here at Assembly Hall. It's going to be tough to top what happened last time we were here when fans rushed the court after that guy down there, Tyler Griffey, hit the game-winning layup as time expired.
Had a good marketing team, and they just got millions off of it.
I tell you what, it worked because a lot of people who probably would not have seen that movie, like a couple people who work in the office here, I know they would never see that movie.
Never see that movie.
They went and saw
but
it.
because of the backlash, they went and saw it.
Are you going to see it?
No, not at
You're not
all.
gonna see
It
it?
doesn't look interesting to me.
I think it's going to be good. I'm a big fan of the Rogan Franco catalog, dating all the way back to their days on Freaks and Geeks. Racquetball is one of those sports that's just deceptively challenging, both physically and mentally. Trust me. Matt Loveless and I found that out the hard way in tonight's Sports Challenge.
We haven't had much luck in Shelbyville over the years. Lonnie Matlock shuffled us out of the Shelby County Senior Center twice. Grace Mole mowed us down twice each. And who can forget our debacle on the foosball table against Jesse and Jim. Lucky for us, the foosball Wizards are giving us a shot at redemption, only this time on the racquetball court.
College basketball fans received an early Christmas present today, gift-wrapped in the form of an instant classic bragging rights thriller. Illinois and Missouri squaring off in the annual showdown at the Scott Trade Center in St. Louis. Check out the uniforms. Illinois sporting the Flying Illini throwbacks. Illini Nation loved them, according to Twitter. After that wild finish, though, it's tied when Nana Egwu slams it home with 2 hands, makes it 59-57. So Mizzou trying to tie it back up, and they would. Wesley Clark buries it with 17.8 seconds left. 59-59. Here we go. Another thrilling bragging rights finish. Illinois keeping it as time winds down. 3, 2, 1. Rayvonte Rice, let's go home. Rice buries it at the buzzer. Illinois wins 62-59.
There you go. Look at you. Okay, that's very good.
Beautiful, with Kurt's help, once
Very
again.
good. Very good.
Woo! The reverse. I know he can do that. Listen to the crowd.
Before we got on camera here, you said you don't know how to drive a stick.
Oh, you're
and
right.
I'm really interested to figure out how you're going to.
I've never driven stick, never in my life. The sport of curling continued to see a rise in popularity during these Winter Olympics. It's certainly one of the more unique sports you'll see, and as I recently found out, it's not as easy as it looks. Signing the waiver here, so if I break an ankle or anything or fall on my face, you guys aren't liable. What's the date today?
In the small town of Triumph stands one of Illinois' biggest gems, the Waltham Curling Club, the oldest curling club in the state.
It's been here since 1884. They used to play out on ponds, and we actually got some pictures of when the ice got frosty and melted apart. Guys fell through the ice, actually curling.
Wow.
So
Jim Thompson wasn't around in those days, but he has been curling here since he was in diapers.
my grandparents did this. My parents have done this. So I guess I'm a third generation kind of guy.
Jim's an Illinoisan, but there's people from all over the globe that come here to curl.
It's hard to believe people from Scotland and Canada and Wisconsin, all over the place that come over and participate.
That includes an Olympian.
Debbie McCormick, she plays third for the women's team. She's been down here numerous times.
Chances are you've seen the sport on TV.
It's good.
Some call it shuffleboard on ice. The game starts with throwing a stone towards the target area. And let me tell you, these stones are heavier than you think.
Yep, 42 pounds of granite made over in Scotland, shipped over, hardest stuff you can find.
Next comes the really hard part, sweeping.
Makes the rock go further. You're actually polishing the ice, getting rid of the frost. Sweeping, to me, you get more of a workout in your upper body because you do that during the game and you're exhausted. You'll wake up the next day thinking you got hit by a cement truck.
Each team gets 8 throws. The goal is to get your stones closest to the center of the target. Now, of course, Jim makes all this look easier than it really is. Here's what it looks like when a beginner does it.
Oh, I can see how you can pull a groin muscle doing this real quick.
Kind of embarrassing, yes, I know. But in the world of Waltham, there's really no such thing as making a fool out of yourself.
It's a gentleman's sport, so to speak. You know, there's really no trash talking out on the ice. If somebody makes a nice shot, they congratulate them.
I was feeling pretty good towards the end of my throwing there. Do you think I'm a natural? I mean, could you see me having a future in this sport?
Why not, man? The more the merrier. Everybody's got throwing form. It's what they got to do to be comfortable throwing a stone. So, hey, keep practicing. You'll be maybe the next Olympian. You never know.
While redshirting his first year in Champaign, Nathan Shieldhouse watched Juice Williams become the first player in school history to pass the 10,000-yard mark. Tough act to follow, but by the end of Nathan's first season, there was no doubt he was more than capable. Shieldhouse became a household name. He ran for over 800 yards, threw for over 1,800, and most importantly, he won, leading Illinois to its first bowl victory in over a decade.
Oh, are you kidding me? All of a sudden, we're a force to be reckoned with, and hopefully everybody recognizes that, and we're really looking forward. For us young guys, we're looking forward to next year.
The momentum carried into his sophomore season. Illinois started 6-0, but they finished 0-6, costing Ron Zook his job.
You know, it wasn't every day that we walked in feeling great about what was going on, great about what we had to do for the day.
But Shieldhouse would break out of the sophomore slump and lead Illinois to a victory in the Kraft Fight Hunger Bowl, sending Vic Koenig out on top and becoming just the second quarterback in Big Ten history to win a bowl game in his first 2 seasons.
I think we always look back on the bowl victories as two of the biggest highs that we had here at Illinois.
With a coaching change came a rebuilding project. Wins have been few and far between over the last 2 seasons. A rough stretch in which many would fold, but not Nathan.
There's times when you want to look at the big picture and times you want to look at the final goal and end goal, and there's times where you definitely just want to focus on each day. And we just got to do things as a team to make sure that we're getting better, that we're doing the best we can each day.
Last week, he helped Illinois snap their 20-game conference losing streak, and in the process, he became the second player in school history to reach the 10,000-yard mark, forever linking him to his predecessor.
He was able to put up a lot of numbers here, and to say that I'm even, in the same, I guess categories as him on some of those numbers is an unbelievable feat. It's something I'll for sure, be excited to look back on and tell my kids someday, and I'm sure they'll probably think it's a whole lot of yards, and wonder when I'm not as athletic at that point how the heck I even did it.
And when his future kids hear about their father's career, there's a good chance they'll hear just as much about what he did off the field than on it.
There's not many Nathan Shieldhouses out there. I was blessed enough to coach on a national championship team that had a Heisman winner. There's not many Nathan Shieldhouses out there.
The time is ticking, and the clock is about to strike midnight on my career and the rest of these seniors' careers here at Illinois, and it's just a surreal feeling.